Okay. Surprise. I said last week I might not be able to stream tonight, but here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Nobody's going to watch. I thought about just not streaming anyway and pretending I was gone because I was supposed to be gone, but kind of fortunately I don't have to be tonight. So, but I thought about just pretending, but then I was like, hey, you know what? I still, Xfinity's better racing. And for the record, I love racing. I love NASCAR racing. I fucking hate NASCAR, the sanctioning body. I love the drivers, most of the owners, crew chiefs, etc. Like, my heart's in there. I love racing, but fuck NASCAR as the sanctioning body. Okay? I'm Dale, and I approve this message. That's right, bitches. Xfinity Series. It's going to be a transitional race beginning in the day, going to the night. Very Coke 600 esque, but luckily only about half the distance. Brandon Jones on the pole. I just have no excuse for how bad he sucks because they obviously have had speed all season. But he's just garbage, so, another exciting week of NASCAR on the CW. Ryan Seek qualified the 28 car in the top 10. And anybody else find it annoying that during NFL season, NASCAR never has any weather problems, but during this part of the year where they're the only thing on, it rains all the fucking time. But we never get any races put to Monday, so I can just kick back and watch football on Sundays. Just thinking out loud. Talking to myself, which is probably what we're going to be doing for the majority of this evening. But that's okay. That's alright. That's okay. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just so gosh darn happy to be here. I have to watch Beetlejuice again today. My dad wanted to go to the movies and see it, so I tagged along. I got a free trip to the movies to see a movie I'd already seen, but I liked it. I liked seeing it again. I'm so in love with Winona Ryder. To get to see that beautiful woman on a screen that big is a blessing. So of course I tagged along. I gotta ask you, what does it mean when you're hungry but you don't want to eat? Like when you eat, you don't even feel remotely satisfied by it. Like lately, I've had if I don't eat, I get hungry. But when it's like, hey, it's time to eat, what do you want? I'm just like, is it just that I'm like tired of everything or anxiety? I don't know. Thinking out loud. So for those of you just joining us, I just want to reiterate. I know I've been pretty negative the last month on my NASCAR streams. I love NASCAR racing. I love the drivers, most of the owners, respect for the teams. I hate NASCAR as a sanctioning body. So I'm very cynical right now. And that's come across a lot lately in these streams. And for that, I apologize. I fucking hate NASCAR, the sanctioning body. Love NASCAR racing. Got it? This race has been hit or miss over the years. I don't know what the temps are. Like if it's hot, at least the cars will be sliding around early. Thought he was going to say Michael Walter. My them brothers don't look like Michael Walter. Might stream a video game after this because I'm not getting up to watch the Jags play the Patriots. If I wake up and it's on, I'm good. I'm not going to set an alarm and I'm not going to get up and stream that game. C Dub. Shout out to the C Dub. My cough has, I know I just coughed, but that reminds me my cough has lightened up over the last 24 hours. Maybe I just got used to the fucking cold air. I feel like the cold air was really fucking with me. Because it's just been straight up cold for the last 4 to 5 days, whatever. Alright, I'll talk to myself today. Woohoo! We could find out the first driver in the championship for today. We'll see. To me, that's the most intriguing part about this race today and the one tomorrow. Because you're like, oh, we might find out a championship four guy. Wish I wasn't so tired. Exciting. Allgaier, Custer, Hill, Chandler Smith, Mayer, Love, Allmendinger, Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith making it this far is surprising, but he's here because he won Talladega. Everybody else, I'm not surprised. Ugh. What's up, Yuki? And the other three of you that are here that for some reason remain silent. Used to be a lot more people would talk in these streams. I know there's people still there watching, but nobody talks anymore except for like two people. Shout out to my CW, local CW affiliate for being ahead. I think I might stream something after the race. I don't know what. Depends on what the friends are doing and what kind of mood I'm in, but I'm going to play something tonight. Because I'm not getting up early to watch the Jags and Patriots. I'll wake up when I wake up tomorrow. How about that? Fucking Jaguars, Patriots. If the Jaguars can't win that one, they should have to stay in London until they can win another game. They have to win their way back to the States. But I will not be streaming that game tomorrow. We will be streaming Sunday Night Football. We'll stream the race tomorrow and Sunday Night Football. Fair deal. Is that a Supra? Hey, Earl. I appreciate you still watching. I don't mind people not talking. I just find it weird that nobody talks anymore. But my videos get mostly the same views they always did. It's kind of weird. If I can get some of the boys on GTA tonight, that'd be fun. I'm digging. I want to play GTA Online lately for some reason. I just want to goof off and do stupid shit. Ah. You don't have to talk more. You're the only one that talks now. And then Caden will pop in. Riley Herbst just spanked that ass here last year. When Riley shows up, he really shows up, doesn't he? Oh, nobody gives a fuck about the Owners' Championship, okay? Literally nobody cares. Why do we even mention it? Who gives a fuck? Ain't nobody giving a fuck. Ooh, Taylor Gray full-time next year? And my YouTube TV froze. Oh, it's back. How come it only does this when I'm actually trying to watch something? Whatever. This race has been hit or miss. This could either be really boring or a decent race. I don't know why. You think Las Vegas would be money every time with the Xfinity cars, but for some reason it's boring a lot and then it's exciting occasionally. The Cup playoff race here is usually pretty exciting. We'll see about that tomorrow. And every week until this lawsuit is settled between Front Row 2311 and NASCAR, I will start every race by saying, fuck NASCAR, green flag. Am I doing double duty Monday night? Sure. Most likely, yes. I really hate juggling two games, but you know. Brandon Jones with the speed again. I bet he doesn't finish anywhere near where he's running right now. Brandon Jones is such a bum, and they obviously have speed. He just sucks. So we'll see how long this lasts with him at the front. What the fuck is it? Oh, a lot of trash on the backstretch. Jones, Smith, and Custard out front. I'd really like to see Austin Hill just eat shit into the wall today. Lowest qualified driver in this race of the final eight. Custer for second place. He takes it. Qualifying in Xfinity at this point is super important because the stages are really short and you got to get the points. And hell, the other 7 playoff drivers are all in the top 10. Bucks Ravens on Monday. I hope the Ravens beat the dog shit out of Tampa Bay. That would make me very happy. That would make me moist. Thank you. Jesse Love on the outside of Allgaier, the points leader coming into this. Barely survived the first round, but with all the playoff points goes back to the top, but only plus 18 coming into this race. The margin for error in Xfinity is a lot smaller for him than it is for Kyle Larson, who's plus 33 starting tomorrow. Slow car. 42's got a problem. He's got left rear damage. He's on the apron. Caution. 14 car in the wall and slow coming to pit road. Maybe we can get some of that debris out of here too. Oh yeah, great! All the big Dawson Cram fans out there. Thanks for shouting them out. Honeyman with major damage on the right side. He just loses it in the back, and let me guess, he overcorrects and comes back and just smashes somebody. Who hits him? How does he get the damage? Oh, he just comes up in front of Yaley and crashes himself. Way to go. At least Sheldon Creed missed that. Dumb shit happening at the back of the field. You would think there's only 5 laps to go or something. That's a lot of damage. Jones, Custer, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith, Sam Mayer. And we have a caution. Goodness gracious. Dude, I've been hating the NASCAR playoffs pretty much since the day they started. I watched South Park this morning. I watched the end of obesity episode of South Park. It was pretty funny. The intro is what made me laugh the hardest. They did a parody of the 2004 Dawn of the Dead intro, but it's the South Park theme slowed down to sound like a Johnny Cash song. Going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. Fuck. I watched the first three episodes of Penguin on Max, and it's fucking fantastic. That's been like the highlight of my week. Nothing NASCAR related. It's going to be the highlight of my week, unfortunately. I'm just so apathetic right now. Only about NASCAR, though. Passionate about everything else. Football is fucking great. The emo version of the South Park theme. I like how Cartman doesn't even care about being skinny. He just doesn't want to be made fun of for being fat, so he can say whatever he wants to people without them being able to say anything back to him about him being fat. Oh, only a couple more days till Batman. Speaking of which, if I'm not in the mood to play GTA later, and or nobody wants to play GTA, probably gonna play Arkham Origins DLC, the Cold Cold Heart, Mr. Freeze story DLC. Might play that later. That's what I was thinking about doing. Because Cold Cold Heart and Batman Arkham Origins is the last major thing that happens before Batman Arkham Shadow. Arkham Shadow picks up 6 months, a little less than 6 months after Cold Cold Heart. So consider tonight a prologue to the game we're going to play. I think Tuesday at 1 p.m. It says it launches in the United States at 10 a.m. Pacific, which means 1 p.m. East Coast time. I should be able to start. I hope they let me download Arkham Shadow before 1 so I can play it at 1. But either way, sometime Monday afternoon, we'll be playing Batman. We'll get at least 2 or 3 Batman streams in that day. Probably play the game 2 hours at a time, maybe a little more. We're going to put that little battery pack of mine to the test on this one. I know that much. Anyway, green flag. Brandon Jones, shockingly still the leader, but does he have anything for Custer? Stuart Haas has been really good here. Hell, last year, Riley Herbst dominated. Now they're 3 wide, and Sammy Smith takes the lead. Put him 3 wide, and it worked from the inside. You think the outside line would come off with the lead there, but the 8 car took it. Don't tell me Sammy Smith's going to get hot and race his way to the Phoenix after the mediocre year he's had up until the Talladega win. Brandon Jones slips back to 4th. The decline begins, ladies and gentlemen. It took 1 caution and 1 restart. The decline begins for Brandon Jones, and they're 4 wide, not far behind him. That's a mess. Allgaier put his teammate in a tough spot there. Oh, and Mayer really checking up in the corner. That's a mess he's in. No short run speed for the 1, obviously. Cole Custer pressuring Sammy Smith for the lead. Like I said, Stuart Haas has been really good here. It's amazing how different the Stuart Haas Cup and Xfinity programs are. The Cup program is garbage and not even close. The Xfinity program's right up there with the best. Custer won the championship last year and has a couple of wins this year. Herbst has a win this year. Got to make that clean air work. I think the 00 is obviously faster. or just as fast. The sun sucks. Haas Formula One's been okay. Wow. It's going to be harder to pass on the bottom, but he's so fast, I think he can get it done. Yeah, the 8 got loose off a 2 there. He's going to chase him down and side draft him a little bit, but it's over. Cole Custer. Here comes the 10-second lead we're accustomed to seeing here at Vegas with a Stewart Haas car for the second year in a row. So 3 different leaders today, the 9, the 8, the 00. The 9 bounced back. He held on to third. He didn't just immediately plummet like I thought he was going to. 8 car fighting back here. Maybe it's not over yet. Oh. Austin Hill's in front of Sam Mayer now. They're outside the top 10, though. Hey, there's poor Parker Kligerman in 11th. My heart's still broken for him. So rare to get an Xfinity race on a Saturday night and where you're going to go through a transition from day to night. That's really rare. We have a close call here. Oh, Chandler got dead sideways in front of Allgaier. Nah, they really didn't touch, I don't think. Nope, the 7 stayed out of him. And Riley Herbst says thank you, 2 positions. He's got 0 fucking right rear grip. The Christian guy just said the F word. You see what this sport does to people? He's the guy who gets it, oh, thank God, praise Jesus. And then he's like, oh, fuck this fucking car. It's fucking loose, he said. No fucking right rear fucking grip. Somebody wreck the 21 and make my day. Because we know after today he really doesn't have a chance to win anything. There's no super speedways left. Custer, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones, Allmendinger, Allgaier's up in the top 5. It's still not rained a single drop since Helene came through here weeks ago. That's crazy to me. It's not even rained a bit. It snowed up in the mountains the other day. It snowed like an inch or 2. because it's been cold here all week, but it hasn't rained a drop of nothing since Helene. That's such a fucking blessing. It's crazy. I don't think we need any more rain till next spring. This big break in the weather's helping the recovery along, but it's still a long fucking road till anything's normal around here. Outside of my little area, things are still fucked. I'm just about 10 minutes away from utter catastrophe. I hear noise at the fucking baseball field a few miles away from here. You know what? Just for something to do one night, I should walk over to the baseball field and catch a game or something. I'm that bored. I'm such a fucking boring life now. I'm thinking about going to watch minor league baseball. Shout out to the Forest City Owls of North Carolina. Look at that pass by Allgaier on the outside on Sammy Smith. That's for fourth. I do believe. Actually, that was for third. I lost track of things. Austin Hill creeping his way to the top 10. '19 barely kept it out of the wall there. Yeah, there's a little baseball field near here. Like I said, you can look up the Forest City Owls and see what league they play in. We have a local baseball team here. And there's a bar near there called the Owl's Nest, which is hilarious. I could walk over there. I need to get out and walk more. It's time to get back on the exercising train. I gotta get in better shape. Want to get out and do things. But when you're a loner, it's hard to get out and do things. You just don't like doing shit by yourself. I was supposed to go hang with my friend. She works at a Waffle House. I was going to go stay with her during her shift tonight, but she's working till 7 in the morning, and I'm just like, I can't do that. She was originally supposed to be like fucking 8 p.m. to 2 or 3 a.m., and now it's like 8 to 7, and I'm like, I can't go to fucking 7. Maybe another day when she's on a shorter shift. Eat that free Waffle House. I'm waiting for the right front tire to explode on that 42 again when a playoff driver's driving by. Oh, please do it when Austin Hill's passing you. Please. I think Allgaier and Custer are the class of the field. And Almirola's creeping to the front slowly but surely. I bet he'll be a factor. I'll say 007 and the 20. Those are the cars you got to watch. The first round of the Xfinity playoffs were crazy because we almost lost some big names. Allgaier was so close to getting eliminated. And by the way, on the Cup side, I'm still absolutely pulling for Denny Hamlin to go all the way and win the championship. Absolutely. Denny Hamlin or Tyler Reddick. That's who I'm cheering for in Cup right now. Surprised that Brandon Jones has held off Allgaier. They must be pretty close on speed. And they've both kind of closed it. Custer had a second and a half lead. It's down to 6/10 all of a sudden. Vangisbergen on pit road with the hood up. That's odd. No power on the 97. Caution. We have a caution. Dylan Lupton's bounced off the wall and literally no damage on that car, but we got a caution with 11 to go on the stage just to spice things up a bit, I'm guessing. And Vangisbergen to the garage. NASCAR saw that car brush the wall, but didn't see a car wedged under a tire barrier last week for about 30 seconds. We just keep winning as a sport, you know. And the 97's in the garage. The 15 is literally fine, but there's a caution for that. I think when Harrison Burton gets in that car next year, they will at least get more consistent results. Because Harrison Burton showed in the past he can drive an Xfinity car. Of course, he never had to drive one that bad, but he can drive an Xfinity car. Almirola and Sieg and those guys should flip the stage here. Custer and Allgaier pitted? All right. Well, hopefully it's not too hot out there. I still don't even know what the temperatures are. He doesn't have AC in his helmet. Good grief, Pit Road has a sponsor and NASCAR doesn't want to pay the teams a fucking livable wage. You go see Haley Deegan had her first Indy NXT test. Whoop de fucking do. Please beat Seattle tomorrow. You got it. Trust me. If it's up to me, the Falcons will soundly destroy them. If it was up to me. Custer and 15 cars roughly stayed out. 14, excuse me. 14 cars stayed out. There's going to be 6 to go here. Let's see what the tire differential does for Allgaier and Custer. I bet you they still get stage points. Luckily for them, other playoff drivers pitted with them. Smith, Allmendinger, and the other Smith stayed out. They're the only 3. Allgaier fans out to the apron. Be careful now. Aggressively careful. Oh. The 8 car almost took out the 9. They're fucking 4 wide. This is bad. Nowhere to go. They're 4 wide in front of Allgaier. Literally nowhere to go. He's looking. The 81. Oh, Almirola bounced off the wall. Restart under review. I'm not surprised. Gotta be careful. The 81 did say he was loose. No rear grip. He almost took out Almirola just by getting loose. Wow, Custer's already up to fourth. Motherfucker's still going to win the stage and then stay out and be the leader again anyway. Oh, yeah, he's going to win the stage. Almirola fared fairly well. He's right behind him. I thought he was stuck when they were 4 wide in front of him. Whoa! Okay, tires matter. They're up to second and third. No. I'd like to see him push Aaron the left rear of that double zero and get him out of the way. There you go. Get to that left rear. Nash said, welcome back, sir. Amazing how deep Custer drove into the corner on the outside. On the outside, he drove in so deep. Woo! 2 to go. Custer about to lead. Allgaier second. They were 15th and 16th. They're first and second again. They're going to get the stage win and all that and stay out and still be the leader. Las Vegas is the host championship. Well, it's an SMI track. It'll never happen. NASCAR is not going to share the money with SMI to do the championship race. So, unfortunately, this place will never host the championship. Oh, wow. 7 really drove in there. Can't get there. He can't get to that left rear. They both get loose. Custer's going to hang on. Custer and Allgaier, 1-2. Every decision could be a season-altering decision from here on out. Yeah, but nobody wrecked. Nobody died. We're all good. Damn, Allgaier doored the shit out of the 2 on the way up there. I didn't even see that. God, I can't believe I can hear the shit going on at the baseball. It sounds like there's a fucking concert or something at the baseball field. Or maybe it's not even the baseball field. There's a little amphitheater thing in town. I guess they're probably doing something there. Tua's coming back. Why bother? Like, the Dolphins are going nowhere. They're not relevant. They're not going to be relevant. They should shut him down. They know they're not going to win shit. With or without Tua, they're not doing shit. With Tua, they're extremely overrated. Without Tua, they're even worse. So at least he makes them a little better, but it ain't worth it because they're not even going to make the playoffs. And even if they do make the playoffs, Buffalo or Kansas City will just spank. Buffalo, Kansas City, or Baltimore will just spank their fucking ass and send them home. So pointless. Stay home, Tua. Like Michael Jordan said, stop. Get some help. So if the Falcons win tomorrow, they'd be 5-2. Then we got to play Tampa Bay again, and then we play the Cowboys, I think, and then the Saints. The only games I care about desperately winning are the Bucks and Saints games. That'd give us such a leg up in the division to be 5-0 in the division. Getting to 3-0 after three straight division games is crazy. To get to 5-0 would be pretty damn nice, and I think Tampa Bay will probably lose to Baltimore Monday, so that's good. Got a good chance of coming out of this week one game ahead anyway. So even if the Bucks beat us, they're just tied with us again, and we got the tiebreaker. So get fucked. If all goes according to plan, that's a big if. Seattle may not be that good, but they're still dangerous. They can be very explosive on offense. Their defense doesn't worry me, but offensively, if Geno's got time, he can dot you up. Herbst wins the race off pit road, but we know the cars that pitted earlier will stay out here and be at the front. So Custer and Allgaier will be 1-2. Oh, yes, I meant to rant about this, the Spider-Man 2 thing. We know for a fact 3 DLC story campaigns, just like the first game, were planned for the second game. I guess they've been canceled now. So I'm assuming they're going to be in the next game. They're just going to be like, fuck it, we'll just put them in the next game. Which, when you think about it, is a smart idea on their part. However, it really pisses me off. I wanted more Spider-Man 2 content. Would have been nice. I think Spider-Man 2 is a fantastic game that deserved even more. It's kind of the GTA 5 thing all over again. I went through this with GTA 5 years ago. Where GTA 5, they actually announced single player story content and then just kind of never did it. And then tried to act like they didn't announce it when they absolutely announced it. So I don't know. The Batman Arkham Shadow guys said that every piece of DLC they do for that will be free. They said right now the main DLC for Arkham Shadow will be more challenge maps and things like that. But they said every bit of content for Batman Arkham Shadow is free. Once you pay your $50 to buy the game, you get everything that they add afterwards. And I think that's great. And once again, if you buy a MetaQuest 3S for $300, you get Arkham Shadow for free. Where are you going to get a better fucking deal than that? You get one of the best games ever for free. I mean, a MetaQuest 3S costs as much as a Switch. And everybody has a Switch, so if you love Batman, if you love the Arkham games, I'd say bite the fucking bullet and get you a MetaQuest 3S if you can't afford the big one. I got the big one. The only difference is storage space and the camera lens quality. That's really the only difference. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Part of me wishes I had waited to get a 3S, but at the same time, I'm glad I got a MetaQuest when I did, so I could spend the last few months immersing myself in VR games and getting used to how they work because I had very little VR experience. And that would have hurt me playing Batman the first time, but after playing Iron Man and Assassin's Creed and Resident Evil and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, I get how VR games work. I know how this is going to feel. And I think that's important to get your VR sea legs under you. That's what the camouflage guys say, and that's how I described it too. I thought it was funny when I heard him say that. I'm like, yeah, I got my VR sea legs under me, so I can put that fucking headset on Tuesday when Batman comes out and just hit the ground running. I can't fucking wait to play that shit. I've been like, time has been moving so slow, and it's a weekend. Hell, tomorrow's football. I love football, but the whole time I'm going to be sitting there thinking, can Tuesday hurry up and get here? I'm ready to play Batman. I want to play Batman. I just hope they let me buy the game and download it before it unlocks at 1 p.m. But either way, it's not that big of a file size. MetaQuest games are usually not that big, and this one, they said it's like 20 something gigs. Asgard's Wrath is like 50 fucking gigs. I started to download that, and it just takes forever. So I've never finished downloading Asgard's Wrath, but I want to play that. But Batman's coming, so I'm not even going to fucking worry about Asgard's Wrath until after I get tired of playing Batman. I'm so excited, though, for Batman. It's crazy. Been waiting for this game for years. Wow, Ryan Nilles will drive for another Batmarker team next year. Congratulations. Spider-Man 3 is being made right now because when Insomniac got hacked last year, early footage of Spider-Man 3 and the Spider-Man 2 DLC that's now been canceled was leaked. And I think the Spider-Man 2 DLC will just be repurposed and put into Spider-Man 3. Which makes sense. And like I said, that's probably a good thing in the long run. Green, 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 stage 2. Slightly older tires at the front, but the two best cars at the front. Let's see how this plays out. Big mess behind him here. Allgaier just can't get by that damn 00, but he's side by side with him going down the back here. Who's going to drive deeper into the corner? Allgaier on the bottom drives a little deeper. Clear. We got the lead. My junior motorsports bias is showing because I said we got the lead. I still think the PS5 storage should have been bigger because video games are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and the PS5 storage is only barely double of what a base PS4 storage was. And I think that's kind of silly. Shout out to Ryan Sieg running fourth in the 28 car. This is Sieg's best non-super speedway track, I would say. Sieg tends to run very well here at Vegas for some reason. And because he does, that team tends to save a little extra for this race. We know they're on a budget compared to JGR and Junior Motorsports and RCR and all that. They save a little extra for Vegas. Brother, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out 6 years ago, and it's like 150 gigs. So I was glad to hear Batman is at least under 30 on the MetaQuest. When I was at the movies today to see Beetlejuice with my dad, they showed a MetaQuest Batman commercial, and I was so shocked. I was like, fuck yeah. Ryan switched numbers to help the 28 improve its position in the owner standings because that does mean a little more money for that team, so they switched numbers. Kind of like when Bubba and the 45 swapped a couple years ago, and Bubba became the 45, and the 45 points went to the 23 or whatever. Whenever they swapped, when Bubba won Kansas. Because the 45 was in the owners' playoffs, so they put it on Bubba's car because that gave them the best chance to squeeze out more owners' points positions because you do get more money. The owners' championship actually is more valuable than the drivers' championship to the team. Even though we as fans don't give a flying fuck about owner points. They mentioned the 20 earlier, and I'm like, nobody gives a fuck. But the teams really do give a fuck. That pays a lot. Oh, dude, Red Dead 2 is 150 gigs. It is a fucking leech on my PS5 and my PS4. It's installed on both systems. That's in case I have a friend over and we want to play Red Dead Online. They can play it on the PS4 and I can play it on the PS5. I think the Owners' Championship and Cup is different right now from the drivers. I think there's a car that's in the Owners' Championship playoffs that's not in the drivers. I heard Denny Hamlin mention that on a show this week, but I already forgot who it was. Almirola got a pit road penalty here. Red Dead 2 is 150 gigs. The first Red Dead is like barely 10 or something like that because it's an old PS3 game that's been, raised to a higher resolution. And it's small because it doesn't have the multiplayer attached to it, unfortunately. I wonder how big GTA 6 will be next year. Got a junior motorsports battle here. Mayer and Jones for seventh. Allgaier and Custer on these slightly older tires are hanging in there. Ryan Sieg is third. More heartbreak incoming. I heard GTA 6 could be a two-disc game on fucking PS5 and Xbox when it comes out. Who knows? I just hope I live to see it. I'll be happy Tuesday if I wake up still alive and go, oh my god, I lived to see another Batman Arkham game. I want to play it now, god damn it. Which is why we're probably going to play the Arkham Origins DLC after this race is over. I have to get my shit right and ready to stream for that. So I'd probably play Batman, but God, if the other guys want to play GTA, I might play that. Maybe. There'd be a small chance I could get four of us on tonight. We played Killer Clowns last night. I mean, I don't bother streaming that. Nobody watches it anyway, and I don't blame anybody. But it was actually, the games were pretty fun last night on Killer Clowns. Look at this fucking 42 car. Boy, they are jamming over there at the little amphitheater in town. Why don't they let me go over there and play drums? I did play drums today before I got on here. Oh, dude, I've already decided when GTA 6 is a thing, I will probably get a physical copy. And if my little local store, Game Haven here in town, will let me order from there, wow. The one car threw a block on the 98. The 98 didn't like it very much. If I can pre-order at Game Haven here in town, that's where I'll get it from. I've never uploaded clips of Killer Clowns. I've just streamed it before. I'll upload clips of Texas Chainsaw every now and then, but I haven't played Texas Chainsaw much lately. Texas Chainsaw is really good. Texas Chainsaw is better than Killer Clowns, but there's a fundamental problem. The fucking meta and the perk system in Texas Chainsaw makes the game absolutely miserable to play. I'm hoping they'll add a mode where no perks or upgrades are allowed and everybody just has to play with the vanilla fucking stats. That remains to be seen if that's going to get added to the game or not. But if it did, I'd probably play it a lot more. 20 to go in stage 2. We're chugging along here. Still daylight. Custer dropped to third. Allgaier has a 3.7 second lead over Allmendinger. They built a nice gap for themselves. Wow, the 18 entered that corner so high, I thought he had a tire going down. Startled me when I looked up there. Allmendinger second. He's won here before. And he's on slightly fresher tires. 7 or 8 lap fresher tires, I do believe. I think he stayed out. Or, yeah, pitted at the end of the stage, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. When did he pit? Yeah, he pitted later than them. He's got fresher tires. I don't think he's going to run down Allgaier from 3.5 seconds back. Almirola's got a fast car, too. He just got buried by the penalty. He's ahead of all his teammates, even after the penalty. Oh, yeah, Creed did win a Truck Series championship, didn't he? God, I forgot about that. I'm zoning out over here anyway, but yeah, I forgot about that. Allgaier, Allmendinger, Sieg, Custer, Brandon Jones. The top five. Like I said, we're chugging along here. When the commercials happen and I can mute the sound, all I hear is what's going on in town right now. Let me try to listen. If I wasn't watching a race right now, I'd walk over there just out of sheer curiosity. Ah, yes, the COVID year. God help us. Almirola picks up another spot. I saw that guy in college. He pulls his hamstring at the 50-yard line and continues running for the touchdown. And Greg Jennings put, that kind of looks like, what, never mind. You know what YouTube video he's referencing? Oh, shit. I put the team on my back, though. 49-20, man. Fuck with me. Fuck you, Gumby. Greg Jennings put the team on his back, though. They sound like they're playing fucking country music over there right now. Did I hear what happened in Cuba? No, what happened in Cuba? I'm so. If it's not sports or video games, I don't keep up with it. Not anymore, anyway. I can't be bothered. The rest of the world sucks. I'll watch football and play video games and paint things occasionally. That's my life. Fuck you, Jeff Burton. The lead's down to 2.5 seconds, but we're coming to 5 to go. I don't think he's. Feel the vibrations. The 7's got a vibration. Cuba doesn't have any electricity because of a power plant fail. Oh, God. I'm so lucky that during Helene we only lost power for about 7 hours. So goddamn lucky. 3 to go. 2-second lead. He's caught a bunch of lap cars, but he's got it. And Burton's bringing up Almirola. I've been watching Almirola this whole race. I'm with you, Burton. I said from the beginning, he's just as good as Allgaier and Custer. Custer has fallen off hard. He's fallen 8.5 seconds off the lead back to sixth. I don't know why he fell off that way, but the 7 is better than he was before. But Almirola's coming on strong here. They don't get another penalty, he'll be a factor. A good pit stop, and he's right there. God damn it, 19's loose off of 4. Duh, he did that on purpose. Penalize him. 1 to go here, stage 2. I need some drink. Are they playing over there now? It's definitely country music. A NASCAR race sponsored by Snapchat. That's funny. Let's don't say we did.
Chandler Smith at the top of the screen said we were a little bit better on that run, got closer to where we needed to end, but still wants a little bit more front turn. They're going to go half of the adjustment they made last time, 4 tires and fuel. Kim?
Great stage for AJ Allmendinger here, finishing second. You see him there in the middle, 16 car. He said losing turn, too tight center off, especially on throttle. He's going to ask for it to be treed up in the back, 4 fresh Goodyear tires, no go fuel, Marty. Stage win for Justin Allgaier.
The only time I open Snapchat is when a hot chick I know sends me something. That's literally it. If a hot chick I know is like, oh, she sent you a snap, I'm like, really? Other than that, I hate it because even though I use Snapchat so little, the fact that I open it once, my phone for the next week will give me millions of Snapchat notifications for people I don't know or don't even follow. And if you remove them, it's like, swap that notification. It goes, ba-doop, 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 and brings up 5 more. But I don't want to miss out if my friends send me shit, so I got to put up with, I got a Snapchat notification on my phone right now. It says, Caitlin, new story. I don't know anybody named Caitlin. Not spelled like that. I know another Caitlin who I used to work with. This ain't her. So why the fuck am I getting a notification about some random bitch named Caitlin I don't even know? And because I crossed that off, I bet you another Snapchat notification will pop up again immediately.
Continue as the drive to a championship takes shape, in which of the 8 remaining drivers make their run to the title. NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoff Racing from Homestead, Miami. That's next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 p.m. Pacific, only on the CW. Kim.
Yeah, let's take a look at Ryan Sieg today. He's having a little bit of a slow stop on that last stop, but they got on the radio, told him we have no doubt that you can pick up the positions. Currently in the 7th position after finishing that stage in the top 3. And Ryan Sieg is great when it comes to mile and a half, especially this season. 3 top 10s in the last 4 mile and a half tracks. And remember, he was oh so close to making the playoffs with his finish at Texas. Lost that race, one of the closest finishes in NASCAR history to Sam Mayer. Still looking for that first.
Who had their heart broken most this year, Ryan Sieg or Parker Kligerman?
No issues. Didn't get super tight. He said it's just fine.
Who had it worse? Oh boy, Snapchat again. Worse than my goddamn cell phone.
Accredited spotter Brandon Lines with helping him improve his mile and a half and intermediate track performance throughout this year. Brandon's a pretty good one. Spots for William Byron on Sunday. One on Sundays, won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. So good voice to have in your ear for Ellis. And we talked about that paint scheme.
Parker, is that recency bias, or do you think that one really does sting more? It's hard for me to say. I don't know who got it worse. Sieg at Texas or Parker at Charlotte last week.
Ellis
I wish I went to that Xfinity race. That's the only race I wish I went to last week.
lap down, running in the 30th position. It's Allmendinger on the inside in the number 16. Outside of him is Allgaier in the 7th as we get ready for the start of the final stage. Up through the gears.
Green, green, green. Oh, big stack up. Oh! If that's a one-car wreck, that's amazing. And it is. It's a one-car. The 19 of Taylor Gray.
Barely snuck by on the outside. Got very fortunate there.
A lot of rear damage on the 19.
No, I'm guaranteeing this replay, we're going to find out exactly who sent the 19 around.
It was somebody missed a shift or something. There was a big stack up.
Front as well.
Let's look back in the pack a little bit. Approaching the restart zone.
The front 6 cars roll pretty well, it looks like to me. Well, maybe I'm wrong. There was a late stack up there.
Hit to the 8 on the front bumper. We're going to have to see if there's more damage to that playoff car.
Potential implications. In my NASCAR race,
So, if you go back and look at
everybody checked up in the front. They looked like they were rolling and then they just stopped.
the car of Ryan Sieg, inside line, watch the 9. They all stack up. The 9 doesn't get slowed down. The 19 into the back of him, but it started about row 3. Now, remind everybody of the restart rules. That's 16 of Allgaier, the 7 of Allgaier, and the 16 of Allmendinger. They have that entire zone. They just made it to the end of it. They kind of stacked up the cars behind them.
I think I need some more tea. That shit was good. I'll be right back. Drinking out of a Falcons cup. And you know what it tastes like? It tastes like first place. I hope Derrick Henry runs for 350 yards on Monday, minimum. You know what? I think you're right. Parker not winning hurt more last week than Sieg not winning because Parker's leaving at the end of the season. So that was probably his last good chance to win. You're right about that. So I'm with you on that. That made up my mind. Got some nose damage on Jesse Love and the 21's on pit road. I wish it busted the radiator on the 21.
Jesse Love, front nose damage
has had a doozy of a
Bad
day.
news for Austin Hill. Good news, he did miss that accident, as Jeff pointed out on the replay. Barely got through the accident that happened here on the restart in the front stretch just a moment ago. But Austin Hill thought he flat spotted the tires when he got through that accident. Andy Street saying, hey, we're already the lowest running playoff driver at that point. Let's just come to pit road. Let's not take any chances. But a lot of damaged cars here on pit road after that restart accident.
This is pretty significant damage today.
Yeah, the fucking 8 cars all jacked up. Jeez.
Above the lower ductwork, you wonder if the car itself still will cool well, and that seam up there around the hood, you know, if that hood pin bar is broken, I don't know how well that thing will stay secured.
Looks like the bottom of the entire nose got shifted over. Let's look back at this wreck. About row 3 is really where the stack up starts. And then everything behind it is just a lack of visibility. It just kind of a misunderstanding of when everybody was going to start rolling. Everybody started closing the gap up in front. Let's ride along with the 26 car Toyota Cam. You cannot see.
How long does this caution need to be? It was like a single car spin with a lot of like bumper to bumper traffic. Like, let's go. Let's get it going.
And this spotter can't respond quick enough to give you that information.
That was caution 5.
Let's listen in on the radio of Sammy Smith.
Sam Mayer's a wind-stealing bastard, ain't he?
And that's exactly it. They're just reminding Sammy how the race still remaining. The tire rub, or there is not a tire rub. They were worried that the damage was going to cause an issue there. No concern on the 8 car for that.
The track's really starting to transition.
Center punch to the back bumper.
The lights are coming on with 100 laps to go.
Well, we'll see if it's fine. I have some concern, I won't lie. But I do agree that the tire rub should be fine. Maybe the top of that right front fender.
The Chews. Dinger on the bottom, Allgaier on the top, Chandler Smith bottom, Custer up top. Almirola and Sieg in the third row.
Race runs green, or you have another accident, you could be in it.
The only issue I have with that is
Almirola could come alive here.
just a rear bumper.
He's been lurking today.
It's not gonna make the car drive different, but that nose will. And so now as a driver, I drive into turn 1 thinking everything's good. I just have rear bumper damage. As a driver, I would rather know, hey, your nose is shifted over a little bit. There is a gap. We're going to do with it. If he thinks this thing is going to drive the way it did before this damage, he is not. It is not going to.
Going over 175 miles an hour with that damage to the front of his car. Well, Thursday night, that is game night on CW. First, Raven Simone hosts the all-new episode of the classic crossword game Scrabble, followed by a brand new Trivial Pursuit hosted by Lamar Burton. It's Thursday night, game night at 8/7 Central, only on the CW. Been honing up on your Trivial Pursuit questions, Jeff?
I'll make it go. I have Trivial Pursuit coasters. So
That's a good move.
yeah, get a little studying.
I have the 1900 category of hotels.
I know it was a terribly rude shot, especially as we're going to break.
Oh, we're coming back at you.
All right, getting ready for the restart. Once again, it's
Everybody launched good here.
Allmendinger on the inside.
Ding, ding, ding.
Not have a good restart.
Shocked at Allgaier's restart here. The 81's fast. I guess with the track cooling off, hopefully their handling will improve. Dinger somehow got the lead here.
Chandler Smith running in the third spot for Custer. Almirola top 5.
Custer looks like he's picking up where he left off at the end of the last run. He didn't fire off too well here. Them stars and stripes. Those colors don't run, but they don't aid in stopping genocide either, do they? United States government. Ooh, political. I like how the CW is a free channel that literally everybody in the country gets, and the boomers are still complaining that they can't watch it. It's like, bro, yes, you can. Everybody gets CW. It's free. You can get a CW app on your phone and watch it there. Like, everybody gets CW. Used to be called UPN back in the day. You kids don't remember that. I remember UPN. SmackDown was on UPN. Speaking of which, on WWE 2K24 yesterday, I started toying with making a universe mode. Universe mode's kind of a pain in the ass to put together, but I'm putting one together. We'll see. I love seeing Austin Hill 18 below the cut line. That warms my heart. I bet that car feels like shit looking at that big hole in the hood. And he came over the radio and said, "Oh, man." Yeah, I bet that don't drive too good. Yeah, I'm with Latard on that. I'm the same way. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. And then it's like when Kyle Busch spun out of the lead at Kansas. I was like, he's all right. It ain't that bad. He's all right. And you forget that the underbody is the most important part of a cup car, and the underbody was probably completely fucked. And that's why he just dropped anchor and fell out of the top 10. It's like, oh, yeah, the body's fine. He's all right. But the underbody on the cup car is so important aero-wise, and he was fucked after that. So, yeah, Latard's right. Allgaier's got trash on the grill. And he's kind of lost touch with the 16. He's not close enough to get it off. I think that's trash on the grill.
Steve, we know they need to make at least one more stop because of fuel in the spring. Under green, which is a rarity. Normally you will see a caution that will kind of fall into the windows of what these drivers would need the Xfinity Series.
And we saw a lot of drivers practice pit road entry in practice. So I think the teams are prepared and expecting green flag pit stops. They can run about 60 laps, so 89 laps to go. We're 29 laps away from the last fuel window opening. And how about Allmendinger right here? This pace, since he got out in front of Allgaier, to be honest, I thought Allgaier would be able to just roll in there and get by him, but Allmendinger with this driving position, he has good pace. He's the only winless playoff driver. He won here in 2021. This is a great opportunity for this team.
Last 10 races, 10 different winners.
Allmendinger trying to make the Final Four.
The Xfinity Series this year.
Allgaier, points-wise, is in the best position to be in the Final Four. I think a win would be, I mean, it'd be a big deal for Allgaier, but I think Allmendinger needs to win more. The year he's had, they've not won races. They haven't stacked playoff points. Allmendinger needs to win. Allgaier stands a much better chance at pointing his way in. He's plus 41 right now. He came in plus 18. Right now, he's plus 41.
Texas earlier this year, he was 2/1000ths of a second away from the win.
And Ryan Sieg is still fourth. Top five most of this race.
Marty, what about Allgaier running second?
Rick Jeff brought up a terrific point a moment ago. Really, it's based on the pace that Justin Allgaier came on the radio a moment ago. He said, I'm worried if
Still trash on the grill. What about those temps?
he is that I will hurt the right front tire. Also a little bit of debris on the grill.
So Allgaier's not pushing it because he doesn't want to hurt the right front tire. And you mentioned Custer earlier. You think Custer burned his stuff up in the last stage. Wonder if that played a role in their decision. He's catching a lap car to get the trash off, I noticed.
That came off last time. So Jeff, as a driver behind the wheel,
Didn't quite get the trash off the grill. The 42 was a little too slow.
sets of tires on the last two sets. The only sets we've run all day long. So I want to take it a little bit easy early in the run so I don't have that happen again here.
He's catching Allmendinger now.
As I'm asking crew chief, hey Steve, how many laps are we going to run this set? How many do we have on the next set? Do I need to worry about it? Is it something that I've got to trust my crew chief to give me that information?
There are likely only 17 green flag laps on this set. Looking at the math, but I do think you're not going to have to run.
Can't believe that shit didn't come off there.
Right here, the 7
It started flapping, but
traffic to try to get the debris off the grill.
that thing's in there.
He's used Leland Honeyman a couple times in this race to try to do
Maybe he's running hard now to catch Allmendinger just to get to his bumper maybe and get that trash off.
that. Under half a second.
He closed up on him a little.
7. Pretty consistent.
It actually made it worse, as crazy as that sounds, when he pulled up behind the car to try to get that debris off. It's actually covered up more space. Now, Steve, as the temperature, the temperature's coming down, this might be what you want.
I'm thinking I probably had in my notes coming to this race. Let's talk about adding a piece of tape. The end of stage 2, maybe adding another piece on the green flag pit stop because as the track does cool, the sun goes down. We want to be as efficient as possible. Maybe this little piece of track has done the work for me.
You talk about temperatures here in Las Vegas. A little bit cooler than what we
Dinger, Allgaier, Taylor Smith, Ron Sieg, Almirola fifth.
What's happening with Allgaier?
Well, I saw Jim Pullman jump
Custer sixth. He still ain't recovered.
ran over to talk to Alex Younts, the crew chief for AJ Allmendinger. So, Steve, sometimes the communication happens.
Man, that's a tough thing.
Crew chief,
Allmendinger's racing to win his way into the Final Four, and you want him to slow down and help the 7? Yeah, I'm going to back up and slow down, and then he's going to pass me. I don't know about that.
let you get the debris off, but do not pass him. So,
Oh, they made a deal. He's promising not to pass A.J. Allmendinger.
Your pit box is over there. We're in the playoffs. If you can catch me to get
And I'm with Letard. Nah, I ain't going to back up and help you right now. Allmendinger might have backed up a little bit. He ain't backed up much, but the 7 promises not to pass. That's pretty funny. If this wasn't in the round of 8 to make the championship 4, sure, I'd slow down for him. Oh, Digger said, all right, come catch me.
Saying, hey, could you tell us what the play is that you guys are getting ready to run?
I just don't like it. I mean, I hate it for a second.
Yeah, I'm pissed that Allgaier's got the trash on the grill.
I hope to come back your way, but man, it's just too tough. These races are too tough.
he did offer a trade-off. If you help
You better not pass him.
we won't pass
He got close enough. The paper was moving there. God, that shit just will not fucking go off, will it?
Like, I don't trust anybody. I've done this long enough to know they're going to lie to me. And
That shit ain't coming off. It's like wedged up in there.
pulls that debris off.
And let's see if he stays behind it.
That's as close as you're going to get.
Digger figuring that he doesn't want him to get too close.
If that's spread out too much, Chandler Smith is going to be there.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care what kind of deal they've broken.
Yeah, the 81's in third. I with Burton and Latar, I don't think he gives a shit. He's right. It's not working. For some reason, that trash will not go. He made the promise to not try to pass. Oh, my God. They're having electrical problems now on the 7, for fuck's sake. We're not, God, they're not going to make it to the pit window. The pit window is like, what, 60 laps at best? And we got 74 to go. That's asking a lot. Ideally now, they'd like to make it long enough to pit at the very edge of the fuel window. Now he's catching a lapper. This could help. Too fast. It's gone. He got it. God damn. Hopefully that'll save this thing. Oh, got problems. He said it. He said the thing. He said the line. He doesn't like to say that anymore. I think he became self-conscious about all those times. He'd go, problems. He found all those YouTube video compilations of him screaming problems. So he don't like to say it no more, but he said it. Thank you for the likes tonight, by the way. I'm so humbled. Hell, the 81 ain't going to catch them. Sieg is catching the... Sieg's giving the 81 shit right now for third. They're still jamming on that country music over there. Yeah. Watch Ryan Sieg win this race. How many movies does The Rock do? A lot. When my dad went to see Beetlejuice today and I went with him, The Rock was in 3 different movie trailers. It's really a 2-car race right now, and the 16's pulling away. We're 10 or so laps away from the fuel window opening. But I figure guys will just split the stage in half, whatever that number is. Oh, AJ's good. AJ's won Bristol. AJ's won at Las Vegas. He won on the old Atlanta. It's just he's really good on road courses. You know, I think it'd be cool to see AJ win his way to Phoenix. Be a big shot in the arm for Colleague that desperately need a shot in the arm. Whatever way they can get it. So there's a lot on the line here.
Jeff, you mentioned earlier he had won at this racetrack back in 21, but has not won this year. And And so that would add another name to the list of those who've been to victory lane if he's able to hold on. He's got a long ways to go, 68 to go. Steve, about 8 laps away from the fuel window opening.
Yeah, about 8 laps, and you could pit and then make it to the finish. I think they may run a little longer, try to
They'll run a little longer, a little deeper in the fuel window to be safe.
so somewhere probably
Halfway through the stage, I'd say.
7 to go. Now we seem to be a little more conservative.
Yeah, Kaulig had 2 cars in the Xfinity playoffs, but overall this year they've been pretty down on speed outside of the road courses.
He won, and you guys talked about this team still looking for their first win of 2024, and that's an effect not just on AJ the driver, but Alex Johnson, your team said the entire team has been a little bit down because they haven't been in victory lane. They thought they might have wins
AJ,
in the season.
hell, it looked to me like he was pitting this time. I don't know what that was about.
They are good at this track when it is cooler. He told me that the sprint race, they are typically better. Now that the temps are down this weekend, they feel like they could have a race-winning car. P1 right now, Dylan, on the racetrack.
Parker Kligerman not in the playoffs after a tough Roval result last weekend, but still plenty to fight for in his final full-time season of competition. He has really liked his race car all weekend long and said that we've got to be good on the bottom groove, especially at night. I didn't even run the top groove because I know we've got to be good on the bottom groove, and they are.
AJ's got a nice lead. They've been good on pit road, so
They just came on the radio and said,
I'm hoping for him. I'm hoping for him. I hope it works out.
It was a sentimental finish to last week's race for Parker Kligerman. Thought he was in position to get the white flag to win that race. It was a situation when we talked to NASCAR and said, why was there such a delay? And they honestly said that they had not seen the car get underneath those tires.
That's still the stupidest explanation I've ever heard. We just didn't see that car hit the tire wall.
A fraction of a second before he crossed the start-finish line to receive the white flag that the caution came out. And that means that they had to have a restart, and Parker Kligerman ended up getting passed.
this battle right here, Ryan Sieg is back Chandler Smith, but Chandler Smith, until
Chandler Smith would rather die than get passed by this 28, but guess what? You getting passed by the 28.
Chandler just barely missed it, and Ryan's taking advantage of it.
Impressive run for Ryan Sieg up to the finish spot now. They're still about 4 seconds back.
Ryan Sieg in prime position if something happens to the 16 or the 7.
Bit slower pit stop last time.
That's probably what it would take, but you never know. Remember the Cup race at Gateway this year? The best car blew up and the next best car ran out of gas. So the third place car won. I say it all the time. I've seen crazier shit happen.
They want to make sure they get the most points possible for all of their cars. And so Ryan being the best of the drivers in that group, they decided to put him behind the wheel of the 28 this week. Another driver having a pretty good day today is Daniel Dye at the wheel of the 10 for Kaulig Racing.
20-year-old from Florida.
Daniel Dye, Michael Waltrip has his hand down his pants right now.
The Truck Series announced that he will be in this car full-time this year. So Kaulig Racing having a strong night.
Yeah, it's normally been just on the road courses where we've seen SVG have such a dominant performance. But now, as of late, AJ Allmendinger running well at the Roval, and then now putting the 8 car a lap down. So Sammy Smith, one of the playoff drivers, now being scored 1 lap down.
Yeah, damage on that stack up, that restart. Players thought the damage was insignificant, it would be fine, but this is a car that maybe didn't have winning speed earlier, but they were definitely a top 5, top 7 car. Here they are going a lap down.
Yeah, remember Jesse Love? He was in that same incident. They did fix that race car, and he has gotten back up to 10th place. So 2 different approaches. And if Philip Bell had to do that over, he would do something different. Position, and it's just hard to convince yourself that's what you need to do.
Myatt Snyder right in front of the 8 and that 07. Kind of a last-minute opportunity for Myatt to drive this car. It's good to see Myatt back behind the wheel in the Xfinity Series. A winner, won at Miami before, so he knows how to run this mile and a half.
Let's listen in on the 7 radio of
assuming it's temperature-related thing. So the 7, it started to charge a little bit better, but some debate on whether
First car to pit road is Chandler Smith.
on pit road.
He's the first of the leaders to make their final stop. They worked on the balance all night on this race car. Chandler's latest feedback: our lateral grip is really good. I could just use a little bit more front turn, more tires and fuel. Look like a piece of tape on the 81.
Strategy play. I mean, 43 laps on this set, 58 to go. So math would say they should run 5 or 6, 7 more laps, but they're trying to get advantage of the new tires. The 00 will also come to pit road. He was just inside the top 10. Herbst follows him. Kim.
And this car's not been at what it was at the beginning of the race. Cole complaining that it just gets tighter and tighter. Cannot turn like he wants to as he makes his way down pit road. Crew chiefs reminding their drivers, pit road very slick. The first stops we're seeing under green, they're going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel for Cole Custer as you see the chassis adjustment to free him up, Hardy.
Allgaier made it to pit road. It's the money stop.
Yes, after that tape debate they had on the radio. I mean, Coleman said we're going to add tape, and Allgaier said, really? We're going to add tape after having temperature
Ha!
issues twice?
I don't know if I'd add tape right now.
2 free for Justin Allgaier, Dylan. Eric Almirola has been in and amongst the top 10.
Allmendinger to pit road.
So happy. Rear lateral, easy for me to say. It was hard to trust the rear tires. They'll change tires and add fuel as well, Marty.
Slow stop for the 20.
The car way too free here in State Street. They've been encouraging him to run the bottom of the racetrack because that's where he needs to be when the car's free like that, Kim.
AJ Allmendinger looking for a really good stop. He said there's a little movement in the rear of the race car, but just looks a little snug in the front. Slight air pressure adjustment as they put on Goodyear tires and take that fuel, Marty.
It's been a rough night for Austin Hill and his race team. He said the entry is better. We fixed part of that, but still way too tight in the center. And he said if I go back to the gas, it just completely slides the nose from corner exit off. So sort of the last of those who were big here in the playoffs as Allgaier gets his spot back from Chandler Smith on the racetrack.
Well, that spot matters because they're trying to run down the 16 of Allmendinger, who's going to be blending off pit road on the backstretch. These Xfinity cars take a little bit of time to get up to speed, but you see the car bottom of the screen, the white car, white hood 16 of Allmendinger, even though he ran the extra lap. I really think it comes down to traffic. The 7
81 caught up to the 7 from pitting early. What is that 2 doing?
with a swerve. Allgaier's decision-making in traffic has been un-Allgaier-like today. Once again, another swerve behind the 2, so,
Allmendinger's in prime position to win this race.
I like the 7's call to come a lap early, but they just didn't have that clean out lap. They got racing with the 81, cost them a chance to flip the 16 on the strategy.
The 7 was 2 seconds behind Allmendinger when those pit stops started, and it's a larger gap than that.
And it should go the other way. right?
Exactly. With the 7 pitting earlier,
It's almost a 3-second gap now.
that gap. But it's sad because of that traffic that you spoke about. Allgaier actually stretched it out. I'm sorry, Allmendinger stretched it out.
And you see cars that have yet to pit. Love, Sieg, Williams, Snyder, Smith. Perfect world for them as a customer right now. They can service their car into yellow.
Remember, we saw Sammy Smith go a lap down, but those that were up front,
I'm not the jinxing type, am I? Not. My version of jinxing is talking shit about someone. If I talk shit about someone, then they'll do well. So I'm like a reverse jinxer.
A pretty good rebound for him after getting a hole in the nose from
And I haven't shit talked anybody, so.
he said he was a little bit
Well, except Brandon Jones, but look where he's at now. Told y'all he would suck by the end of this race.
Sunoco fuel. And again, no
Take a fast car and do a whole lot of nothing with it.
Smith in the 8, we'll see him falling back behind Allgaier and Chandler Smith as that service continues for Jesse Love.
Really struggled at the start of this race. Did not like his car at all. They made some good changes to it.
Josh Williams still ain't pitted.
Josh Williams, the only one still that has not come to pit road that's at the top of this list here, and now he is on pit
There he is. Arthur Morgan. There he is.
up, and Allmendinger back out in front. 50 to go from
Will it go green? That is the question. Allmendinger, Allgaier, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Ryan Sieg fifth. Ryan Sieg pitted several laps later, and he's still top five. Lot of traffic for Dinger here. Holy shit. And they still jamming over there in Forest City, North Carolina. Lot of goddamn Jeb Burton, get out of the way. I thought Jeb Burton was just going to kill Allmendinger there. Lap traffic in the Xfinity Series is a lot more treacherous than Cup. Cup, it's harder to pass because the cars are so equal. But what makes it tough here is you catch a group of cars and the speed differential between the leader and let the 25th place car in Xfinity is pretty vast. And it can be kind of dangerous. Especially on short tracks. Like Vegas here, there's at least multiple lanes, but hell, a place like Bristol, even where there's multiple lanes, it's still such a smaller track. The lap traffic there is brutal. I want Allgaier to make the Final Four, but I'd like to see Allmendinger win this race and make it. Biggest win of his career if he makes this happen. But the inherently chaotic nature of racing, who the hell knows what's going to happen in the next 45 laps? Big deal. Tired. Las Vegas is pretty at night. Implications. A second pit stop for Sammy Smith. Bear Bond. That tape looks pretty damn flimsy.
Xfinity Series. This is also a place for crew members and crew chiefs. These are life lessons you learn because you do choose the wrong side. You assume it's not going to be as bad as it was. This A car is still in the playoffs.
While this race is boring, I'm going to bring up my guide here on YouTube TV and see what games I'm getting here tomorrow. What are they showing? And I mean, I'm going to be watching Red Zone for most of the day, but curious what games we're getting.
So we needed to fix it anyways, but they did run out of fuel, so your eyes were right there. So I had a little cheat on it. I thought they were out of gas. If you take a look at the pit stop again, there's going to be a gentleman that comes over with a squirt.
Ooh, Lions Vikings on my local Fox affiliate. Lions Vikings, hell yeah.
The bowls of the carburetor up to
And then Chiefs 49ers.
basically normal pit stop over here, but you got to be looking at this.
And Panthers at Commanders. So, damn. Lions, Vikings, Chiefs, 49ers. We got it made here tomorrow.
And then they know they have an issue, so they're going to change the left side, and they start working on the tape because now the car is out of gas.
Heck yeah.
Tire change it up.
Surprised they're not showing Falcons and Seahawks tomorrow here.
The repairs continue.
Since the Panthers don't play till 4:30 for the second week in a row.
They're really just doing repairs because they're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then look up at this area right here. A crew member's going to actually add fuel to the car. There's the squeeze bottle. Now the frustrating part is that fuel should have been going in a long, long time ago. This is something that should have been done as soon as the car shut off. So they're going to lose a couple laps just trying to get the car refueled.
Lemon had some issues on pit road just a minute ago.
Nobody cares. It's the 11th. Oh my God. That's a pretty big fucking issue.
You got to leave that.
Condemned gasoline just dumping out of the fuel can.
These are the mistakes that, when you
That car ain't going to be full.
those Nick Saban videos of him losing his mind in practice about the details.
That car is not going to be full.
Lose your mind on. If you're the fuel, it is inexcusable.
3.5 second lead for Allmendinger. This race has a tendency to have a long green run towards the end. This race has been pretty mid the last few years.
Simple as it comes. If anyone's ever filled a jet ski, it's basically the same style cap.
But if it ends this way, I'm good with it.
Put a cap on the fuel. Seems like a simple solution.
Well, while all of that was happening, A.J. Allmendinger has put 3 seconds now. Remember, before the stops, it was 2 seconds. Added a second to that. Ryan Sieg running third. Chandler Smith is fourth. Riley Herbst in
Boy, Anthony Alfredo really does not want to get lapped.
these playoffs. Through the field. We'll start with you, Kim.
Looking for his first win of 2024. When I spent time with the team yesterday, I kind of asked their outlook on this round, and they said, if we get our stuff right, this round could be absolutely great for us. Team Alex Young told me we're either hitting on a great setup this year or missing it awfully and it's really slow. Seems like they have hit on the right setup here this weekend.
Even at the road courses this year, they've missed on a few setups. I remember Chicago street race. AJ was like a non-factor. That was the Larson Vangesbergen show.
Countdown live. Brad Daugherty asks the question, which Justin Allgaier shows up for the round of 8? Answers so far, the Allgaier who almost won the regular season title. They have been very impressive today despite so far they've earned the most points sitting in second right now, Dylan. Toyota driver update checks us in with Chandler Smith, who runs in the 4th spot. Told me earlier this week, and this place has always clicked for me.
Ryan Siegs made it back to third after cycling through to fifth.
This 81 car, Chandler said we're doing things right, but it does not get any easier from here. We have to keep stepping up our game, and they have today with the car that wasn't perfect early on, Kim.
And Dylan, defending champion Cole Custer currently in the 6th position. They were hoping to replicate the weekend SHR had here last fall when Brian Brooks, his teammate, won the race. And third, won the stage, and led 62 laps in the race last fall. Hasn't quite been that situation after a heroic first stage. Remember, he took tires, restarted 15th, and then finished that stage first, winning the stage. It just has not been the rest of the race he's wanted. That car has gone extremely tight, so have not set up the car for these cool temperatures, ending the race under 9. As we jump to the 9th place running car, Jesse Love, this driver, what a rebound after being caught up in part of that incident, had a hole in the nose. They repaired that for Team Danny and told his driver, it is not going to affect you. I promise you we can finish this race strong. When I saw
Counting down the laps, honestly.
shots were, what would happen if he did
Not a lot going on. Ryan Sieg is second.
never lost
What happened to Allgaier?
run a series full time?
Allgaier lost like a second and a half there.
Show up and get ourselves into championship.
They didn't even show Sieg passing Allgaier. How'd that happen?
Just 7 months ago, this is not the night they expected for RCR and the 21 team. The good news is they have made the car a little bit better here, turning some
Oh, caution.
Sorry about that, Marty, but the 30
39 Kyle Sieg through the grass and stopped on the front stretch with flat tires.
he was coming off
Both tires on the right side look flat.
both right side tires down on that one.
And we have a caution. Here comes the drum. There's only 14 cars in the lead lap. You're pitting. You're totally pitting here.
Behind the wheel. You mentioned it, Rick, the driver swap or
Time to put that last set on. You still got them.
brothers. It's a business
Pretty much everybody should have a set left.
trying to get 3 races if we have rain. It'll help qualifying as well. Let's see what happens on 39, Jeff.
Here's Kyle C. Just trying to make
Got loose in front of the 11 and spun out
comes around.
through the grass. Legitimate caution, 2 flat tires and stopped. So, attaboy NASCAR. Oh my God, I can't believe NASCAR saw that. Surprised they didn't wait another lap and a half before throwing the caution. We know things are a little slow up there in race control most of the time. Are they okay?
Yes, there you go. Everybody has stickers left. If you have them, now's the time. Now's the time. You cannot wait. Remember earlier, we were on board with the 00. You weren't but he drove all the way up and won that stage. Just made it look so easy for Cole Custer. I think there would be a question mark if we hadn't had seen that earlier. But after seeing that, there's just no way you can sit and wait on this last set of tires. I think say Brandon Jones or somebody with this fewer cars in the lead lap, maybe you don't take your tires now. We run 15 laps, we get another yellow, but that would be really excellent timing. And if you go the wrong way and you don't get it, you're gonna finish 15th. So I think everybody's just gonna pit.
Now this puts a lot of pressure, as we heard from Kim earlier, on the crew members.
Well, for me, the crew I have circled is the pit crew of the 28 Ryan Sieg. I think Ryan Sieg has maybe the best car here tonight.
Won the race off pit road.
Jeff, with the playoff cars, you mentioned that battle with the 81, the battle with the 7, and pass these guys.
This is the money stop now.
Last time down pit road, they lost 3 or 4 spots. They don't have to gain 1 or 2, but if they can get him off pit road in the front 2 rows, I would love to see Ryan Sieg have a shot at this.
Ryan Sieg had made his way up to second behind Allmendinger.
We were. There's a 16 car. How many cars are between Ryan Sieg and the 16? That matters about spacing coming onto pit road. The 16 can get down pit road before the 28 car is able to close that gap. Then it's a major advantage. The guys in the outside lane, they'll pull up and pull as far forward as they can to allow that 28 car to close that gap.
I need the 28 team to have the pit stop of a lifetime. I don't need them losing spots here.
However, if people start you can get real aggressive on it, but CC is just afraid to do it. Here he comes.
There he is.
Closing that gap. Gets within 2 cars.
Don't speed. 14 cars in the lead lap. They're all pitting.
Race car is exactly where it needs to be. Only request is maybe just a little bit more front turn on throttle to put their last set of sticker Goodyears on. 4 tires and fuel, Cam.
As you see AJ Allmendinger, the leader in the middle right there, he's going to turn it. Ryan Sieg will actually pit behind him, but right now AJ saying the car is the best spin all night. They'll take 4 fresh Goodyear tires on this stop, Marty.
Just a moment, guys. Whatever we do, we have to take out the last air pressure adjustment we did. Jim Coleman going to oblige with that request. We're plugging a little bit of fuel before fresh Goodyear tires, and we'll see AJ
Allmendinger, Sieg,
flash by Justin Allmendinger.
Chandler Smith, Herbst, Allgaier falls to 5th.
Great job by that 21 crew. Held that second place position. 28.
The 28. They did a great job.
Crew just came up.
We'll see if Ryan Sieg
Sieg's got a chance, guys. The worst outcome would be Chandler Smith winning. Not that I don't like him. He's just kind of boring. And they still jamming out there. You guys hear that shit? For a second, it sounded like they were playing fucking another brick in the wall. That's what it sounded like. We don't need no education. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. We don't need no thought control. That's what it sounds like. That's not what they're playing. He's not singing that.
Represent your favorite driver during the playoffs.
Anyway, back to the race.
Amazing deals at the NASCAR shop.
What we're all here for.
Great selection of t-shirts, die casts, and much more. Visit NASCAR.com/shop. There's a few people shopping. That sphere is amazing. Good shot of that from the helicopter above the track here as we get ready for the choose, and coming up on 26 laps remaining.
Dinger on the bottom, Sieg up top, Chandler Smith on the bottom, Herbst up top, Allgaier up top. Allgaier on the third row now.
And if you have an issue with a playoff car, now there's going to be more guys that will go by you.
8 cars waited around to get back in the lead lap. So imagine if we run, I don't know, 15 laps and get a caution, they could come in and get tires. They still have a set lane.
And the leaders don't. So now, you know, I don't think you could drive through to win the race, but your day could turn around very quickly.
How about the 16 choosing the inside line, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think you got to choose. I prefer the outside on mile and a halfs with Xfinity cars, but a lot of it has to do with what kind of push you get and what happens behind you. So far today, we've seen cars get really aggressive on the inside line. I think if you're Allmendinger, number one, you have to get a great launch. Number two, you better be looking in your mirror. If you see someone coming from behind to try to drive underneath you, you have to put a big block on, but you have to do it before they start to move. If you go to block after, it's too late. So, to me, picking the inside puts you in that position where you have to block. Pick the outside, you're not in that position. But I'm going to say Jay Allmendinger knows what he's doing. He's won enough races to prove it to me.
Yeah, guys, at the end of this one, if you're a playoff driver, because if you're one of the 8 playoff drivers,
Love to see Allmendinger win, but Sieg winning would be great too. 25 to go. Who's going to fuck it up with a back marker yellow? If there's a yellow, it'll probably be a back marker yellow. Sieg spun the tires. Well, good win, AJ. 28 spun the tires. Kligerman going for third. Trying to. Allgaier got buried here behind the 98 and the 28. Oh, big 3-wide move from Herbst. Woo! 48 and the 28 barely missed each other there. So Sieg settles back into third. I feel like Sieg needs a long run, but I feel like he's already given up too much ground. Shockingly clean restart. Wow. Sam Mayer just moved Almirola the hell out of the way. Woo.
That's just a great example of
Remember, a lot of cars took the wave around and didn't pit and have a set of tires left. And remember how fast Allgaier and Custer tore through the field earlier. Just remember that if we get another yellow here in about 10 laps where the tires might actually make a difference. And Sieg is back into second. Can he run down AJ? He's got 21 laps. I think that's enough time as fast as he was before the caution. He blew the restart, but he's got another chance. Allgaier's coming back too. No offense to Ryan Sieg and his team, but if I was Allmendinger, I'd be devastated to lose a race to the goddamn 28 car after the year we've had, and we've got a chance to sit here and win our way into the Final Four, and we're going to get beat by a fucking B team. That would piss me off. And I think Sieg has talent. I just think, obviously, that team's on a budget. Sieg can obviously drive. He does a lot with a little. Sieg is gaining. Within a half a second now. A lot of laps left for a car that close. This would be heartbreaking for HA to not be able to close this out. He's even closer now. Is he going to choke trying to make the pass, do you think? Or is AJ going to choke getting overly defensive and cause them both a problem because Allgaier's gaining as well? Not as much, but Allgaier's within 2 seconds and he's driving away from the 81. Risk versus reward, 15 to go. Fucking 28's there with 15 to go. He's there. He overcome blowing the restart. Dirty air. Dirty air's not as bad with these cars, but it's very much still a factor. Sieg needs this to go green to have the best chance, I think. Allgaier's been 1.9 back the last 2 or 3 in a row, so he's not gaining anymore. It's a 2-car race. You can carry one hell of a run off the top.
Great drive by Ryan Sieg. A couple things to remember as we look at the pace of this race car. They have an alliance with Stewart Haas Racing, and we know how strong that team has been here with Riley winning this race last year. Cole finished second in the spring. And then, in addition to that, this car he's running, we talked about Ryan Sieg being so close to his first career win.
He's real close now.
From Texas, so what he almost won at back in Texas.
Oh, yeah, it's the same car from Texas. That makes a lot of sense when you see the speed this thing has. Although at Texas, he kind of came out of nowhere late in the race. This thing's been top 5 all day. That's a winning car he's got.
In the middle of the corner. Watch this. Car length separating the two.
AJ a little loose. AJ sliding up. That was not a good corner for AJ. He didn't hold the bottom nearly as well. 10 to go. Sieg has to be a little patient here. Can't get too overly aggressive. He's going to have one hell of a run here off of 2, I think. AJ bobbling again ever so slightly. AJ's getting a little looser off the corners. AJ's car, I don't think, like the bumps on the bottom of 2. AJ a little better there, but he can't hold the bottom. The 28 just rotates so much better. He's there. He's got it. With a fucking lapped car ahead. Go figure. Allgaier's gained 0.8 of a second. You better get this done. Oh, the 28's loose. Remember when I said he might choke trying to make this work? He did. And now Allgaier's coming. AJ can't hold the bottom off of 4, but the 28's starting to swing loose as well. I think the bumps at the bottom of 2 had a lot to do with that. Reeling back in. He might get another chance. He's that much faster. He should get another chance. 8 cars slow on the apron. Oh, my God, the 8 car. I don't know if he's going to make it back. Oh, come on, 8 car. Roll, 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 roll. Stay well off the track. Keep rolling. He ain't going to make it. 7 to go. NASCAR's going to try to let this go as long as they can. If he could just get to the apron at 3 and 4, he might have a chance. And caution's out. Fuck my life. Oh, good Lord. I don't think a restart's a good thing for Sieg. He needed it to go green. Maybe I'm wrong, but that last restart was troubling, to say the least. At least it was a legit caution with an actual competitive car. Ugh, brother, I got fucking indigestion and it's driving me crazy.
And the first round of this playoff is not good at all. Ryan Sieg, he was patient.
Oh, now the 8 car fires up and makes it back to the pits. Go figure. Yeah, do you notice that? What the fuck is that? Oh, I ain't going to make it back. I ain't going to make it back. Oh, it stopped. Caution's out. Hey, I made it back to the pits. What was that about? Was that because the 7 needed a caution? That is awfully suspicious. Oh, it was a voltage issue that conveniently worked itself out as soon as the caution came out. Go figure. Crazy how that works. Ain't that just a big coinky-dink? Oh, good news. They ain't got to change the battery. It's all good now, guys. It totally worked itself out. That was intentional, and you'll never convince me otherwise. He was literally stopped, and then all of a sudden the caution comes out, and he just fires it back up and rolls back around. So convenient.
just loose.
Wasn't down on the white line through 1 and 2. Yeah, frustration there.
What a coinky dink.
This is difficult, Rick. When you're driving that car and you drive underneath somebody and you get loose, it is a handful.
This is that last restart, and you saw it maybe spin the tires a little bit there for Ryan Sieg. Just got a little.
If NASCAR can find any shit of doubt that they did that on purpose, they should throw the fucking book at them. That is race manipulation to the extreme. But it's nice that it's race manipulation by one of the competitors and not the sanctioning body for once.
Allmendinger did a nice job, and I think Sieg just got a little aggressive with the throttle. And once you kind of break traction on those rear tires, at that point you just can't get them hooked back up. You're behind, Jeff.
I smell race manipulation.
So Allmendinger, he launches late in the restart zone, which I would have thought was an advantage to the 28.
But I think he's taking advantage of the 28's inexperience on the front row. I think if that is Riley Herbst or another driver that runs up there, I think they roll up onto Allmendinger. I don't think he wants to go late like that.
I think he made it easier for Ryan Sieg. Because remember, the rule is once you get to that first line, the leader of the race can start. But by the time you get to that second line, starts the race. So I think for Sieg in that situation, the 16 waited so long to go. Now Sieg knows, hey, he's got to go here. I always feel like if I'm Allmendinger, I do the exact opposite.
He had an itchy battery. His battery was itching. Oh, but it's okay now. The caution come out. Steve Letard's team bottom. Yeah, he's a bottom.
He's not willing to commit.
I want the top. I want to control the pace on the top.
All right, if you're the 7, you have to follow Allmendinger, right? Whoever
Yeah,
Allmendinger
28 spun the tires. I'm lining up behind AJ.
The 7 of Allmendinger. Whenever my car drives the best, because I'm going to be in the second row regardless.
For Allgaier, you mean.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, they're getting ready to choose. You know, Custer went from 15th to 1st in 4 laps. That was earlier in this race because of those fresh tires. Daniel Dye, well, he's 17th. He's going to have the freshest tires.
So you have to remember the 16 also knows that the 28 is loose. He knows he's looser underneath him because he saw him almost wreck on the bottom of the racetrack.
It's not overtime yet. We're still to the scheduled distance here, but
Allmendinger does. He's going to go to the bottom.
AJ bottom, Sieg top, Allgaier bottom, Chandler Smith up top. I still like going to the bottom with AJ. All right, Sieg. Lesson learned on the last restart. Now apply it.
Marty, let's chat with Matt Noyce. Can Ryan Sieg pull it off? What did you kind of walk him through to maybe get a better restart this time, Matt?
You know, we struggle to research a little bit. We got to limit our wheel speeds. Got to get the gears better. We may got to push a little joint up.
Matt Noyce, you wouldn't be nervous, would you?
81 behind us now. Got a little bit cleaner push. Do what we can do now.
There you go. So, Steve, I walked up and I told Matt, I said, hey, how are your nerves? He said, not great.
It showed in that interview. He's shitting himself.
The best car.
You know, Marty, we take for granted at times. We talk about the playoffs and the championship, and that is the focus in the postseason. But, Jeff, you remember winning your first. I mean, it's nothing like this opportunity, not just for Ryan Sieg, but all of the crew members on this.
Remember all those wave around cars from the last caution that pitted under this caution? There's not enough laps left, but multiple overtimes, you never know.
roller coaster of emotion.
He knows it. He knows that every one of those guys, he knows that they want this win as bad, if not more than he does.
Steve, you mentioned it earlier. This is Ryan Sieg's 364th start without a win. Jeremy Clements holds the record.
I'm kind of rooting for AJ, but Sieg winning would be great. 28 didn't spin the tires, but God, Allgaier shoved the 16. 28 had a much better restart, but it ain't going to be enough to win the race, I don't think. Oh, Clickerman, get your nose out of there. Good run through 1 and 2 for the 28. Sieg, if you can clear that 7, you're clear. Go get it. Go get it. They're going to wreck back here where Sam Mayer's at.
He's got to beat near his rear bumper, the white flag. Can he make magic
Gotta make it happen. Good first lap for AJ. Good first lap for Sieg. We made it to the Watt by some miracle. And everybody fucking behaved till we get well down the backstretch. AJ came up off the bottom just a little bit. God, that 28's closing in. He hit the bumps. He's still faster, though. He's still faster. Oh, you're just going to have to dive now. Oh, he ain't going to get it. Unless AJ just gets loose here. Not enough. Allmendinger's going to Phoenix. Clutch performance there. Well, good for AJ. They've had such a mid-year.
First race of the year. It is. You heard him say happy birthday, Matt. That's Matt Collin, team owner. His birthday. Chris Price, that's not president. No, that's who he was referencing.
Doug Ross was excited.
Fired up.
AJ winning on an oval, going to the Final Four. Brutal fucking burnout in a good way. Oh, I bet you this is going to be the most excited he's ever been. Other than the Charlotte Roval Cup win last year, this will be the most excited he's ever been. Winning in Vegas, like they said. What a fun town to win in. AJ's going to make the most of that, I promise you. There's Josh Williams getting in on the celebration.
Such up and down, but what I love about them is we stick together, we keep fighting. First of all, happy birthday, Matt Collin.
Oh, it's Matt Collick's birthday. That's dope. Don't kiss the camera.
I love you. My mom and dad, my whole family, all my family friends, they see how much I care, and I put it on myself. Oh man, this modern day garage Chevy was absolutely hooked up as fast as Xfinity Internet. Thank you guys for all you do for this sport, Xfinity. Celsius, Action Industries, leaf filter gutter protection. There's a lot more I'm forgetting. It's,
Good for AJ.
after a year that we've had. Let's go win a championship. Let's go.
That's the kind of energy you want to see.
He's going back to Cup full time next year, by the way.
Prepare for a championship run at Phoenix.
So important for playoff drivers to gain that advantage. And it happens right
He had to fight for it.
for the round of 8.
All right, I'm out of here. I got to figure out what am I going to stream tonight. I want to play a video game, so I'll be back in a little while as soon as I figure out what the hell I'm doing. So I'll see y'all then.